So Biotzetik, which means from the heart. Your biotza is your heart, and from the heart is Biotzetik. And we're very happy and honored to be here to share this stage and our music with you today. So as you have learned a little bit about the Smithsonian Folklife Festival, we are here as a Basque choir, and Basque is a language unrelated to any other in the world. And we sing quite a few Basque songs that share lyrics and all of the traditions of the different music that can come about. As in English, there are many folk songs, and in our case, also a cappella songs that convey different meanings of whether it's historical or sporting events or any kind of party type of songs. So we're going to share all of those types of music and pieces with you guys tonight, and we'll go along and explain what some of these mean as we do so. So that first song, I don't know if you kind of heard the little bird chirping, but that is what was going on there. A little bird was going chee-roo-lee-roo-lee, and it's about a song on the limb of an apple tree, and that's very happy to welcome everyone to the world for that sunrise. So the next song is actually about a sporting event. Out on the National Mall, there is a fronton or frontoya, which is where you play handball. And this song is about a handball game where the Basque provinces are actually competing against France, which is kind of a rivalry back in the day. And it goes on to talk about how the game is influenced by some betting and that sort of thing. But most importantly, the Basques are sure to win, and sadly, they lose by 1 point to the French in the end.
Pilota partida batirungo herrian, probintziaren eta frantzesen artean. Ana bestaztandas, batzen frantzesekian, kidariko benar, urraiarekian. Etorria urrundik montzonarekian, Vitoriaren milakaskoinarekian. Ana bestaztandas, batzen frantzesekian, kidariko benar, urraiarekian. Etorria urrundik montzonarekian, Vitoriaren bilakaskoinarekian. Provinziaren bean testimagarria, kaskaria guztia da pilotaria. Oraiaten bazoten besti Vitoria, azpitik zarozaten eskalduneria. Baina orai frantzez bat untiduria, bazkanak bandatekin duten arguzia. Oraiaten bazoten besti Vitoria, azpitik zarozaten eskalduneria. Baina orai frantzez bat untiduria, bazkanak bandatekin duten arguzia.
Before I go much further, I need to introduce our choir director, Patty Gabika Haas. Our choir is actually comprised of all volunteers, whether we're Basques, married to Basques, or friends of the Basques. And so our mission is to basically promote and continue the continuation of choral music in the Boise area, as well as here in the United States. And so Patty has volunteered her time since 1998 to lead our choir and shares her musical gifts and talents to teach and direct us accordingly. So thank you. So we're going to go from the handball game to now love songs. As you know, folk songs are comprised by a number of different kind of love songs, whether they're happy types of love or sad types of love. So this first one is about how the sun rises in the morning and how hearing the chirping from a beautiful, happy little bird makes all the sadness in one's heart fly away. Goisian argi astian. Our next song is called Maite, which literally means love. And so this is truly a love story. It explains that upon a night which opens with a street of stars, between the stars there is one that looks like you. I am dreaming of your love, my dear. Maite, my love, is the sun that lights my day. Have faith that if one day my love fades for you, it is only because I have died.
La 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 la. Klappert, sabbat, senditum. Die Sare videtur. Surerur di maitea. Datora menseta. Una gat senditum. Die Sare
Basques are quite adventurous people, and in the early days, many of them were fishermen, and they found themselves away from home for days, weeks, months, even years on end. And so, as you might assume or realize, they were quite homesick. And so this next song is actually beyond the fisherman stage, but when people were immigrating outside of the Basque Country, they were leaving their homeland for better economic reasons, and they enjoyed all the prosperity that they had in the new land, but they were homesick. And so this song is about a guy who is missing his home country, but his parents and mother all come to the United States. And so now he has a longing to go back to the Basque Country, but it's equally as hard for him to say goodbye to his mother to return to the homeland as it was to leave the homeland to begin with. Agur Euskal Herriari.
La 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 la
Next, we transition to a song about the bounty of the Basque Country and the beauty of what it is. And part of the bounty and beauty is not just geographic in the mountains and the meadows and the forest, but in this case, it's about food. So, in this particular song, the title is Uso Suria, which literally means the white dove. And it says, a white dove in the air is beautiful, but it is more beautiful at the table. All the mountains of Euskadi in France are full of snow, so you are welcome to spend the night in our house. The Basques have been traditionally quite religious. One of the last people in Europe to be converted to Christianity, the Basques embraced the new religion to their community with energy and cultural integration of song. As a choir, we actually sing for a number of weddings or funerals or different feast day kinds of events. And as such, we're going to sing two songs now from that religious type of background. The first is called Agur Maria, which is our Basque version of the Hail Mary or the Ave Maria, as many recognize it by the Latin name. And the other is Artu Aita, and it is an offertory song presenting the bread and wine to be consecrated. At this time, I'd like to welcome a couple musicians to our stage. We're going to transition and shift to some more traditional folk songs, and they are a little more lively, and it's wonderful to have some extra music to, shake it up a little. A lot of these songs that we're about to sing are rather informal, as you'll see, and they are celebrated on the streets of festivals or after dinner at the dinner table when a bunch of friends are together for a really nice meal, and just general fun settings. And so the topics still cover a variety of interests, from the old and the new interests of whether it's from a old person's perspective or a young one. I'll explain as we go. So this first one is called Ikusi Mendisa Leak, and this song reflects on the beauty of the Basque Country's geography as seen through a Basque person's eyes from atop a mountain, and the pride each Basque must feel upon the view. And to be quite literal about what the lyrics say, look, all you who love the mountains, the forests, and the meadows, we have to climb to the top of the mountain. It's not hard work, it's not difficult road to get there. We are Basques from the Basque Country. And here on the top of the mountain in the Basque land, we stand with open eyes and hearts on fire. It is so fine, it is so beautiful. Hooray for the Basque Country, we are Basques from the Basque Country. So we go from a song that's kind of romantic in its view, of the Basque Country, and then we go to some songs that are just silly. And so they're party songs and festival songs and what have you. And this next one really doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I have to translate it just because it's fun. It's about 14 very large women who are playing trumpets from the back of 7 donkeys. And they're just kind of going through the plaza and, doing their thing, and then somehow buying and eating candy during the festival time. So after singing a couple religious songs a few pieces back, this song has a different point of view. This is from a young person of some kind that is trying to convince others that there's no way they're going to do that whole religious path. And so he's very insistent. He talks about, I said it and I'll say it again and I won't be quiet about it. The young women in the plaza are not going to become nuns. The young men are not going to become monks. We're going to continue to stay here and party, and then we'll eventually get married. At this time, I'd like to recognize our musicians. On accordion, we have Miren Lete Odenkrantz. On the bass, we have Mike Berriatua. And on the pandereta, also known as the tambourine, is Leide Altuve. So the next song we're going to sing is Gora the Gora Beti. This is a song about how being Basque gives us strength to overcome whatever struggles we might have. And so literally Gora the Gora Beti means always just up and forward, and we're always going to just look forward and up and not really worry about all the struggles that might be going on in the rest of our life.
Tina
our last folk song will be Eusko. And this is a song about Basques honoring their home country and their countrymen. It's rather short, but we really liked having that audience participation, so you're welcome to do again on this one. Thanks. Thank you to our musicians, and I must give credit to also Christina Franzoya for the eating-sees, that lovely little shrill yell that she's adding to the flavor of the music. So now we're going to transition back to the a cappella pieces, and these are additional love songs. We're going to sing two of them back to back. One is more romantic than the other, but they are both about love nonetheless. So the first piece is quite the romantic song. It's about where two young people, Marichu and Bartolo, they meet each other on the road and are attracted to each other. When he asks where she is going, she tells him that she's on her way to the fountain where there is enough white wine for them to drink as much as they want. In the second song, it's a married couple. So you might think, okay, yeah, the attitude towards each other changes. And they have their own arrangement. So this one is about a man, and he shares what a wonderful wife he has, who lets him go to the bar and drink all the wine he wants. And he's still very content to not really make a living. So eating eggs and drinking milk are perfectly fine with him. So you're going to hear in that song kaiku. Kaiku is the name of a bowl that you mix the milk and the eggs into when you have that kind of simple meal. So we're back to party songs. This next song is a playful rhyme telling us that when good things come our way, we better enjoy them. Basques enjoy a good party, as you can see on the mall this week, and we like being very social with family and friends, and we'd like to share it with anybody who wants to join us. So the lyrics of this next piece are kind of silly. It's a rollicking party song that talks about guys playing trumpets and castanets, drinking, buying flowers, and having fun. And it's accompanied by the chistu and the drum. So the goal here is to just always live well, as Basques tend to do.
cosa completa, bacino una compietà, e dare richiesta di bala, e carivedetà, e dare richiesta di bala, e carivedetà, e carivedetà.
So the Basques have a very strong sense of pride, work ethic, and purpose to ensure that all generations of Basques celebrate their culture and preserve it in a way that each generation can carry it on. And so the lyrics of this next song literally instruct the children to learn. It's called Aurak ikasasue. Aurak is the word for children and learn, ikasasue. The children are encouraged to keep the Basque culture alive by learning to speak the language and by playing pelota, handball, and dancing correctly. It also commands that we all must preserve the old songs because there are none more beautiful. And we must not forget the beautiful birthplace we come from its mountains to its seashores.
Auraki kasasue as far as being zen, only below taleta honestidad zen. Auraki kasasue as far as being zen, only below taleta honestidad zen. Aire polita gori, esta sortuviun. Aire tum chikidun, aire tum aire. 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 Esa hans veni ere sorteri edera. Aren mendia keta icha sobastera. Esa hans veni ere sorteri edera. Aren mendia keta icha sobastera. Aire tum chikidun, aire tum aire. Aire tum chikidun, aire tum aire. Aire tum chikidun, aire tum aire. Aire tum chikidun, aire tum aire.
As we wrap up tonight's concert, this next song, Agur Haunak, is one of respect and is sung to honor someone or groups of people, and in this case, all of you tonight. It's often sung to dignitaries for the opening or closing of significant events, and the word agur means goodbye in Basque, but it has a much deeper meaning too. It also has a deeper meaning of honor and respect. So as such, we thank you for sharing with our Basque culture tonight and through music, and I guess this song's for you. For our final song, we have a piece that will be familiar to all of you. We have a verse in Basque that represents the honor and respect that many Basques have given to this country as they immigrated to the United States and other places outside of the Basque country. So we have a verse in Basque, and then we also have a verse in English, and we'd like to invite you guys to sing the English verse with us. You'll recognize the piece.
Sue.